First and foremost, Sean, just your thoughts on that performance and the results?
Well, I'm disappointed in the result, obviously. Performances, broken record time, dominated so much of the game, give away really poor goals, and don't take our chances. So, you know, changing the story, which I've spoken about endlessly this season, is our responsibility. We had a brilliant chance, I thought, today, a platform to change or, you know, begin the process of changing the story, the depth of it, the last 2 years and all the noise and all the rest of it. And we don't take it, you know, and that's no disrespect to Luton, because they've worked hard. They've done exactly what you do when you're doing the duties. They've worked hard, they've kept their shape, they've run so hard, they've played forwards, they've asked questions in the sense of getting set pieces, and they win a game from doing the really hard, ugly side of the game. We kind of get to that point when we do it against Brentford and played very well. We did it on Wednesday and played very well, not just the good stuff, but all the hard yards, all the details. It comes to today, the crowd are ready, everyone's ready for the story to change, and we don't step on, and that's the difference. That's what we've got to change.
Yeah. Why do you think they didn't step up today?
Well, because it's one of them things, you know, it's a 2-year story that we're trying to change, and I don't know whether the players get that in their head or the noise around it. I don't know. Because, yeah, again, I think we had 23 efforts a goal. I mean, I don't know how many we have to create constantly to score goals, and we'll keep doing it. Of course, the challenge is to keep doing it, because it will turn and you will win games. But then the details at the other end, you know, I've spoke, another thing I talk endlessly about, we all debate styles and all the rest of it. The 2 boxes are where it's at. That's what we've got to change here, because we're creating enough chances to change games. We don't always score as many as we obviously should do. And then letting in pretty soft goals, you know, really. Credit to them, but not for us. You know, they're pretty soft goals. They're organisational things. And just having the will and desire to attack the ball and react quickly. That's all the difference was.
Yeah. Both their goals came from set pieces. It felt like there were warning signs before the goals came. Tom Lockyer put a header just over. How frustrating was it that the players didn't learn from those early warning signs, and whose responsibility?
No, it's different when you're on the pitch. The fact is that we made them well aware, like all teams do, not just us. Everyone's got all the analysis you could ever imagine. They're well aware of what Luton are trying to be about, and I respect that. You know, they know it's a challenge. Well aware of set pieces, well aware of the organisation, well aware of just working really super hard. If you don't do it, it doesn't go your way. You know, you can only rely on pure talent so many times. You've got to do all the ugly stuff, all the ugly details, which we have done the last 2 games, by the way. But I just feel really disappointed, mainly in the fact that this is a chance to stamp our authority on a game, change the story. The crowd are waiting, to be fair to them. They're desperate for us to change the story. They're with us, and we don't do it. Hit the bar, hit the post, miss a chance, don't get in the box, all the rest of it. And then concede two softish kind of goals.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Right, mate.
Do you think there's a psychological effect on the players playing at home at the moment? Obviously, 4 defeats on the trot.
I don't know. It's a strange. It shouldn't be, because the crowd have been brilliant. I mean, the crowd are there. They're waiting today. You know, they're disgruntled at the end, but probably more like me, frustrated. Chance after chance. You know, balls going across the box, flashing across the box. The freedom that comes in front of a crowd can get tight, but not when the crowd are right behind you, like here. You know, we've just had 2 great results on the road. It travels quickly here, the noise, because there's so many go on the road, which you know. You know, taking so many down to Brentford. Respect always for away fans, all fans, but particularly away, it costs a lot of money. Loads go to Villa, 2 very good performances, with the right performance style, quality, and the grit and determination to see it through. And you come back here, there isn't anything to factor in other than just going and playing. I think the crowd are right with us. I'm very frustrated with that, you know, because it can become... I've been in football all my life, as you know, and you know, it can get tricky with crowds, but they've been brilliant here. They're desperate for us to change the story. This is very frustrating, you know, because the team are there. You know, it's like, go on then, change the story. Have a say and be the person that makes a difference. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Take it on yourself, and it spreads like wildfire. And we sort of nearly do. We did it last week at Brentford. We do it in the week, and then today, just that weird thing where everyone's sort of looking for someone else to change it, you know. Will someone else do it for me? It's an odd thing. And I've been trying to break it since I've been at the club. And we keep trying. We're going to keep working with them and keep demanding more and keep working with the details and keep taking it on and keep reminding them. The club's ready for us to change the story, but it's only us that can do it.
Sean, there were a few jeers at the end. Can you understand the frustration?
Of course I can. At the end of the day, they want to see winning football. They've just seen a team go away to Brentford. I've just mentioned it. Thousands go down there. Really strong performance. Everything that I've just spoken about we didn't do today. again on Wednesday against the top side of Villa. You've just seen that with their result today. And then we come back here and it's a nearly performance. You know, loads of chance created. Nearly someone scores a goal. Oh, we hit the bar and we miss a chance and one misses and then they score 2 set pieces. They'll be frustrated. I don't think the fans are anything other than frustrated, the same as me.
How do you change that then? Do you continue doing shooting drills in training? Or
You keep working with the team until it changes. You know, that's the job. You just keep working relentlessly, speaking to them, relentlessly showing them analysis, relentlessly showing them all the good stuff as well, by the way. You know, because certainly 3 games that I can think of, the Fulham game, the Wolves game and that game today, you score goals today and everyone says, yeah, they're better side. Stats prove it, your eyes prove it, everything proves it. But you've got to score goals. You've got to score goals. There's a game of scoring goals and stopping them going in the other end.
and the number of chances that he had, is that the main positive you can see from today's game?
That's been the same story as well. We've had chances in every. I don't know what the XG is right up there, you know. And you don't. By the way, just to be clear, you don't examine a whole performance on XG, but it's another marker. You know, it gives you an idea. Bodies in the box, balls going in the box, quality chances created. You've got to take them at the end of the day. And their body language to take theirs was better than ours. You know, particularly the set piece. The first one more so than the second. Second one we didn't organise properly or quickly enough. But the first one's just a desire to go and head the ball and a desire to go and get a challenge into off a clearance, you know, and score a goal. You've got to score goals however they come. Sometimes they're beautiful, sometimes they're ugly, but no one looks at that at the end of the season. Just scoring goals.
Hi Sean, a league debut for Jack Harrison. He looked maybe like one of the brighter players in the second half. Do you feel like he can be somebody who can potentially unlock those?
Yeah, he's still getting to true fitness. I said about his performance at Villa how well he'd done because he hasn't really had the support. He has, on the training side of things, he's got plenty of training in his legs and in his body, but it's different when you're playing in these games. And he's only had 45 minutes, I think it was, in a youth game, and then played on Wednesday. And then did well, I thought, and then come on again today. So he's building up that true fitness and sharpness. But I think you can see there's talent there and there's an effective player.
For all the chances you had, do you feel like maybe you didn't test their keeper enough? I think.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, for the right reasons, don't get me wrong, you sort of want to put it past their keeper, obviously. But, you know, I've hit the bar a couple of times, you know, created moments where you should do better. The main thing for me is driving into the box, you know, the open, what's the word, the open-mindedness to drive in the box, to take a chance, you know, to take a gamble. And playing forwards, you know, playing too many sideways passes, too many backwards passes. We didn't do that against Brentford. We didn't do it against Villa. And we sort of leaked back into that sort of story of Everton, you know, we don't ask enough questions, but we did today, but then you've got to finish it.
Can you just pass the mic along to Dom, please?
Sean, the prospective new owners were in the crowd today. I wonder whether you would be either spoken to them before, will you speak to them after, did you have any conversations with them?
No, I've had a meeting with them in the respective idea they do become owners. That was 10 days ago. Some views, mainly them asking us questions, you know, what we think, what we saw, what we feel about the club and where it needs changing and what we can do, etc., etc. So, yeah, I think that's more the themes of what their situation is at the minute.
Do you kind of think this is a good match or experience for them to get an understanding of how things have been?
Possibly. You know, I've explained it to them, you know, as I do with you. I try and give an honest view of what I think the situation is. Changing the story, I explained it's mine and our job to do it. And I think there's another sign of it today, you know, plenty of intent, good quality chances, the cutting edge that we need, the killer edge has got to change here. You know, it's two years of the very same thing, you know, sort of decent football, try and score a goal, don't quite score and let one in, lose a game. That's what we're trying to change. There's got to be a firmer mentality underneath it all to do that ugly stuff, the hard yards, because that's what makes successful teams. Most teams at this level, especially us, have got quality. I think that's obvious. The bit where we've got to consistently reinforce to the players is doing all of the ugly details. Everything counts. And we just go a little bit kind of iffy with that. You know, when we're on it, we are on it. You know, I thought Brentford was a very good performance in all ways. I thought Villa was a very good performance in all ways. Today's a good performance with some of the football and some of the quality, but the killer instinct at one end and then to defend the other just goes a bit, I'd call it all rightness, and all rightness gets you nothing. No, it'll be all right, he'll do, you know, he'll do that and he'll do that. No, you've got to be on it all the time. And trying to create that mentality when we're on it all the time, through training, into games, through training, into games. We've just taken a big shift and then, lo and behold, we step back again, and it drives me mad.
finally from Paddy.
Sean, the finishing was obviously really good in the last 2 away games. So how difficult is it for you and your staff to maybe pinpoint the differences and why it's going wrong here?
Well, they're out there, they're human beings, a chance comes, will you put it away, do you, don't you, all the rest of it. When we scored, one of our less quality chances, actually, we scored from, a kind of scramble, I was quite pleased with that, because I think, right, we need a few of them to almost let the players know, right, it doesn't always have to be a pure, perfect goal. It can be a scramble goal, off someone's knee or whatever it takes. That sometimes changes the feel. And I thought it was going to, and we were very dominant for that next period and asking questions, and then the half-time comes and that kind of slows the game down. And they did all the things. I mean, I must say, credit to them, they did all the things, slowing the game down right to the edge of the inch that the referee doesn't get involved, constantly doing that. That's fine, that's games, that's the way it goes. I've got no gripe about it at all. Sticking with their shape, working ever so hard, heading it, kicking it, playing forwards, heading it, kicking it, playing forwards, trying to get a set piece. I've just said to their staff, why wouldn't you? You're new to the division, you've got to do all of the details, all of the ugly stuff, and learn how it works. And they're the things that frustrate me, because we warn the players, of course we do, analysis, we show them, this is as if you've got a match and you've got to be beyond it, and then your quality comes through. So all them things, they're the things that you go, well, come on lads, we've put it on a plate, you know the script, we know the script, we've shared it, now let's move forward and find that real clinical edge. And I thought today was a great opportunity. As I said, we've started the process of changing the story. We're just about to change it by stepping on today, winning a game, and then we just go a bit all right. It'll be all right. And you have to make it happen, not wait for it. I keep saying it.
Last one, Paddy.
From what you're saying, it's almost as though it's maybe more of a mental thing than a
No, I don't think
thing.
so. I mean, it's a freedom thing. It's the way footballers, the story of Everton Football Club has been 2 years. Whether that gets in their psyche, I don't know. We've been talking to them about that and changing it, and I constantly reaffirmed. I've just reaffirmed, lads, it's there for you. It's sad. The crowd were great. The crowd are desperate for some success and goals and winning. But they're there. They're there for the team. Even at half time, you're 2-1 down, but a great reaction to get a goal, and they're right there. And I'm going, there's no excuses from me. I'll tell you that. No excuse from the team. Actually, we're going, well, go on then. They've given you a platform here. Let's go and take it. And we just, that thing where everyone looks at someone else will do it. Like I said, I call it all rightness. People accept all rightness, and it doesn't win you anything. It doesn't do what you need it to do. We've got to change that.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you.